You can go live when it's ready.
Hello and happy Sunday, everybody. It's just me tonight. Dan is gone. No, I'm just kidding. We are having a little bit of technical difficulties, so we're using a different camera tonight. And I think it's all going to be just fine, but that's what Dan's working on. So thank you all for being here. We are actually in my brother and sister-in-law's gorgeous home right now. They don't know it. We didn't ask, but it is not booked out tonight, and we're not going to stay here or anything, but we thought it would be a nice setting for the live. Let's see, we've already got 19 likes, so let's see. There's lots of people here. Of course, David's here.
Use your mic.
Jolene.
3, 2, 1.
Maybe this sound is better now.
Mics are live.
Mics are live. Dan will be with us in just a second. Laura's here, of course. Smash the like button. Deva's here. Kamita, of course. Hi, Shelly. Candace is here. Anita Dawson, of course.
Hey guys, I'm back. I'm only slightly aggravated at technology tonight.
Dan, Matt, have you ever seen it? I really haven't.
There we go. Oh, my hair's back to being no bueno. What is going on? I need pomade.
Did you use shampoo?
No, I need pomade.
Yeah, I think he does need a little thing to put in there.
Guys, tonight I'm having a Mountain Mama. This is from White Salmon, Washington. So right around our neck of the woods.
Hood River.
Hood River
He found it here and he got excited.
Yeah. So
water.
let's jump into chat. Let's see what's going on with the chat land.
So T Renee S, so I'm not sure if that's her first name or not, asked the due date. Baby's due November 5th, but I'm certain she's coming in October.
We got Dewey Weber in the house. We've got Lisa Diane in the house. David Strausser.
Liana's here.
Penny,
of course, is here.
Shout out Penny.
Hi, Penny.
Shelly Fitzgerald.
Oh,
Hi,
my
Shelley.
goodness. Okay, you guys, tonight we all need a huge congratulations to Kate. Had her baby last night. And
Let's give a round of applause.
Theo James.
Yeah, there's a good actor named Theo James.
He is so cute, 9 pounds. I forget how long, but he looks adorable. Kate actually went into labor, natural labor last night and said she had him within like an hour of getting to the hospital.
Good for
Correct me
her.
if I'm wrong, Kate. And
we'll see if she's on the live
she had a
tonight.
schedule that, no, she is. She just said
Oh,
hi.
she's on the live?
She's
oh, okay.
with him.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so
There she is.
So guys,
And,
Van Fam member, newest Van Fam member as of
Theo.
what, one day?
Well, he was born last night, so are you home, Kate? I'm assuming she's home.
Well, who knows?
Maybe you're watching from the
She
hospital.
might be in
too.
the hospital still.
But she had 2 C-sections in this one. She had vaginally, so
I'm just getting shout outs for my Ann Ferrier shirt from Shelly Fitzgerald. So
that is very exciting for Kate. Anyways, congratulations.
So guys, we usually use this camera right here. This is our vlogging camera. I love this camera. It's a Sony. I've had it for a while, and I always knew that I was gonna do stuff with this camera, but it didn't happen until a year ago when we started vlogging that I really started using it. But for some reason, it's not letting us vlog or go live tonight. I don't know if it's the software or the camera, but that's where we're at, and that's why I'm on the inside. I'm raging. I'm raging. Oh, we have Claire from the
Claire's
UK.
here from the UK.
April Roop, when are we going to have the baby? When are you going to have the baby at?
We are going to have the baby probably on October 27th. So you have to put out into the world, careful there, you have to put out into the world what you want, and that sounds like a healthy date to me.
Yes.
She could come earlier if she likes.
Yes. We were talking to a friend yesterday, went into labor for her first baby a year and a half ago at 39 weeks, and she was pumping milk a week before that, and she thinks maybe that had something to do with it. So I'm telling Allie to get those boobies on the pump.
She was doing a number of things, but I'm gonna wait. I'm still just past 36 weeks, but I will start using a pump to see what happens. It's very interesting.
All right, I'm just gonna throw a little bit of text
Glory
on the
would like to
screen.
see. Okay, Glory, I'm gonna show you.
Let me just work this real quick here. Oh, look at Allie getting
I can't see if you
jiggy
guys can
with
see it because Dan's got a
Hold on,
thingy.
hold on. Guys, I'm throwing the smash that like button in the upper corner of tonight's live stream. How about that technology? How about a round of applause for the Rams fans?
Pink for baby girl.
Okay, guys.
I don't know if I look it, but I'm feeling extra huge.
So unfortunately, we don't have Super Chat Cam tonight because the camera we use for Super Chats
Our normal
is
chat.
right here. In fact, you know what? No, we don't have Super Chat Cam.
We'd love to
So-
show you this house. It is.
We love when you guys sponsor Super Chat Cam with your Super Chats, but unfortunately tonight it's just going to be regular camera, which obviously is going to piss me off.
But you have a really good dancing stage behind the couch here.
A lot of people are saying congrats. Yes, I do. That's good. A lot of people saying congrats to Kate. I mean, how
Yes.
exciting is that?
Very
David
exciting.
Strausser's getting in on the applause or the
Oh,
congrats.
Charles. It's Theo Charles. I don't know why I was saying Theo James. Sorry.
I was going to say
Theo James is, yeah.
an actor.
Yeah, Theo Charles.
Theo Charles.
You're
Okay,
right.
Theo
Okay.
Charles.
She would know. She's the mom.
Noam Garvey's in the house saying hello, everyone.
Hello.
Who do we have here? Tracy
Tracy
Nelson.
is here.
Oh, and it's Denise.
Of course,
She's joining
Denise.
us again. We love that.
Marva's here.
Marva, okay. April Roop in the house. It's Crazy Kiter Bruce saying kudos to Kate. Everybody's here. This feels like a full van fam already.
Okay, Kate's in the hospital still, but she gets to go home today.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Okay. Good for you, Kate. That's awesome. Wow, that's
Yeah.
exciting. We've been tracking Kate's pregnancy throughout our pregnancy because they're so close, and now Kate's graduated, and so that just means we're next, right?
It means we're next. It does. But I have one cousin and 3 girlfriends all due around the same time, like within 3 to 4 weeks of each other. So
Can you please quiet? Because Shelly Fitzgerald just got us started for the evening with a $19.99 super chat saying we are very close, so excited.
we are so close.
I'm ready to feel the new music. We can't hear it, sorry. Thank you, Shelly. Thank you for getting us started on that super chat.
57 likes already. Wow.
You guys know that when you click that like button, you validate me as a man, you validate me as a person, you give me my happiness. So please smash that like button because I draw validation from that. No.
Dan.
Deborah Blevins,
Deborah Bevan.
Ken McComas. We just want to get our shout outs in.
Chris Johnson, of course.
He says he loved the tour of Seattle's waterfront.
If I'm not mistaken, he lives in Washington. Down there-ish. Not Seattle, but I think he does.
In the area. Yeah, we had fun in Seattle.
Yeah.
If you guys didn't watch this
Yeah.
week's episode, it was a Seattle.
I wish we could have filmed the guy who was yelling at us right when the vlog started. It was hilarious, but he was not going to be interested in that.
We got yelled at a few times by some people in Seattle.
Yeah, I don't really know why,
A lot of
though.
different. Well, just people were having a good time. It's beautiful fall weather here in the Pacific Northwest.
It's been gorgeous. It's like almost too nice and warm.
Yeah.
But I'm not complaining.
Where's my phone? I'll show you guys the forecast here. If you're in the
Alyssa's
Northwest.
here from Tucson. Hi, Alyssa.
If you guys are in the Northwest, this is as good as it gets right here. That's all sun. That's mid 70s, low 70s, even in the 60s. So it's sweatshirt weather. It's feeling good about yourself weather.
104 in chat, but only 69 likes.
104 in chat. Well, that's worth celebrating, I think.
I think, though, we could get a few more.
We can. I'm still jazzed from Shelly Fitzgerald's super chat, though.
Yes, thank you, Shelly.
Alyssa's saying hello from Tucson. Now, we were in Tucson about November of last year, so crazy, about 11 months ago we were in Tucson, just before we went to Mexico. And we did not go to that national park in Tucson.
Cigarro?
Yeah, let's check it out. Let me check it out here. I'm going to jump in.
Well, we also really tried when we were in Tucson to go to the Waffle House. I don't know if you guys live in the South. I love the Waffle House so much, and I would do anything for some Waffle House. But you can't get it this far north, or typically even this far west. I think Tucson's the last one.
This is the national park we didn't get to, and I'm really bummed because we've been to so many national parks together. I think 17 now together.
But to be honest, I remember exactly why we didn't go.
A bunch of cactuses and some rocks and stuff.
It's beautiful, though. I think sunset there would be gorgeous.
Can you just stop for a second? Because we just got hit with another super chat. And this time it's from Sherry. She's hitting us with a $19.99
Thank you, Sherry.
super chat. I'm excited for you guys. Sherry just tied super chat of the night.
We are so excited, you guys. We have a midwife appointment tomorrow.
Oh my gosh.
The 10th. And this midwife appointment, I'm going to get checked.
That's what I said is the massive week ahead for Sunday Night Live's title. I said massive week ahead. Sunday Night Live, we need to get with our van fam and kind of, I guess, ground ourselves going into this week because you're getting checked tomorrow.
Which means for us, basically, helps put a little more, like, I don't know, gives us another data point. But
Good luck.
I'm really excited to see what's going on so that I can tell my mom when to book her flight and come out here.
Yeah, we're excited to have Mom in town soon. You guys know her, you guys love her from our time in Michigan. A little camera shy, but I'm gonna get her on camera a little bit, especially when she meets her newest grandchild. And when she gets to watch Allie go through your first labor and delivery, I mean, I can't wait to see what Mom says.
Yeah, she's just a really good energy to have around. She's just like even-keeled, makes a joke out of everything. She's a peach.
PennyLane.tv joining
Penny's
us
here.
from
Hi,
Seattle.
Penny. Well, Penny is normally in
Diana,
Baja, but she's currently in Seattle right now.
Eye of the Storm Tarot
Hello.
has arrived. Who do we have here? Joe and Belle
Thank you for joining us.
from California. So guys, should we update the Van Fam on possible house sit coming up that we're working on? California? Ventura? Or should we keep that a secret from the Van Fam?
Well, yeah, we can share. Why not?
Yeah, okay. I don't know what's a secret and what's not these days, guys. I'm in the same boat
Mainly
as
just
you.
our baby's name. My thing is I don't really like to share things until they are set in stone. Not to be superstitious or anything, but like just because, you know, who knows what's going to happen.
Chris Johnson's from Everett.
Everett.
Basically Seattle. Yeah, beautiful in Everett. Well, the thing about, I mean, it's just, there's so little that's really set in stone for us right now because we're waiting on a baby, which, I mean, that could be, you know, if things could get a little dicey if she's really late, you know. with all the plans we have, but not too dicey, but a little bit, you know. So
Yeah,
hopefully,
I mean, if she comes really late, all of our plans will have to be changed for sure.
David Strausser says something that I really wanted to highlight. He says, Van Fam community is the best people in the world. So
You're
really,
so right.
Really in agreement with, hey, look at this. Shannon Jackson, first time comment from Ron and Shannon in San Diego.
Well, thank you, Shannon, for joining us and giving us a comment. We love it.
I gotta say, round of applause for telling us his first comment. I love that.
That's super fun.
And you know what I'll say?
Happy to have you and Ron here.
San Diego for Shannon Jackson, for anyone else out there that, I mean, Shannon knows, she lives there, but is one of our kind of places we're looking at, we're eyeing. There's a lot that comes with San Diego, and I'm sure Shannon can give us a good insight, but you know, you're talking about high prices, but you're talking about one of the most beautiful parts of the country. I mean, truly one of the places that for us has almost, you know, it's like has the weather, it has everything except for the wind, but
well, and skiing.
well,
I mean,
yeah.
San Diego is
a
peach of a place. I think the majority of the world might know that, but we do want to see for ourselves if it is somewhere we want to be long term.
I guess I'm thinking weather-wise, it's
Yeah.
It's always such a good temperature. Okay, anyways, let's get over to Dawn Meyer's comment. Have you done any natural childbirth classes? Did we miss a super chat? I don't.
We missed one.
Not only did we miss a super chat, we missed Eye of the Storm Tarot, Diana's $25 super chat of the night. Thank you, Van Fam, for pointing that out. I would have been, I literally probably wouldn't have slept tonight if I watched this later and noticed that we missed a super chat. But I know the Van Fam won't let us. All right, why don't you read Diana's comment?
My favorite part about this is she says, on a van trip. Of course, we hope that you're having a wonderful van trip. I'm glad that you saw this. Guys, sometimes we get out notifications and stuff like that ahead of time, and sometimes it just doesn't happen. So
always within an hour.
But thank you for joining us, Diana.
You find me loser, set me free. You make me win.
Sorry, that was too long. No, thank you, Diana. $25 super chat, and she says, can't wait till 10:27.
Yes,
So,
can you believe it?
You guys are so supportive. We appreciate you so much. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for the first-time comments. Thank you for being here and smashing that like button. So, yeah.
Keeps pausing. Frozen screen.
Frozen screen.
Internet is not good.
Uh-oh.
Shouldn't be. It should be really...
Not pausing on my iPhone. Is it any better, guys? I can see y'all, but we can't hear you.
That's really weird. We have really good internet and a full connection.
Guys, give us an update. Has it gotten any better? Is it, maybe we don't do the sound effects or something?
Oh, we mountain biked Mount Lemon.
Oh, did we?
Yeah. Wait, go up. Somebody said hi from Australia and I missed their name. Yeah, you guys, we have no idea. If you guys check your connections.
Okay.
Please let us know. Somebody give us an update. Rewind and go forward again.
I think he's talking to the people in chat. Guys, give us an update if we're still live here with you.
'Cause
Never
if
had a technical difficulty on our lives.
Yeah, if everybody's seeing it, then it's us. But if it's a few people, it could be their own internet, right?
No, it's something going on if that many people are having a problem. But I'm just not seeing many chats here. Guys, are we doing decent here on the internet connection?
I feel like there must be a lag if nobody's answering.
Let me check.
It's not good.
You're good now. You're good now. Okay, looks like we just got a little bit of a lag spike now. Okay, we're better now. There's just a delay. Okay, well, we're back. Maybe we'll cut the sound effects for tonight. I don't know. I don't know what was going on there.
Okay, glad to hear everybody saying it's better now, but still, is there a lag?
Well, there's always a lag with YouTube. There's always a lag.
We got a super chat.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Oh, Shannon.
Shannon Jackson, first time comment from San Diego with a $49.99 super chat of
Thank
the
you.
night
Wow.
during technical difficulties, sticking with us.
Thank you for
with a
sticking
beautiful
with
super
us.
chat.
My goodness, that was we don't know what's going on. We've never had that.
Yeah, thank you so much. Wow.
Thank you, Shannon and Ron.
Shannon and Ron from San Diego.
And San Diego is a big place.
It's big. It's the type of place where you're definitely in a city, but man, that North County, north of San Diego, is just spectacular. If it freezes, go back out and get back in. Okay, looks like we have Robin McLeod in the house.
Here.
Hey strangers, I missed you guys. It's good to see you both, by the way. Thought I'd throw it out there that 1027 is comeuppance quick.
Very quick.
It's coming real quick.
That's
Monica
2.5
Stevenson.
weeks.
Shout out Monica Stevenson. Who do we got? Elbow cough.
Okay, well, it sounds like a lot of people can hear us good now.
Yeah,
so
we're good.
Anyway,
good.
I guess we can stop worrying about it. Oh,
Shannon Jackson with a $49.99 super chat. If you guys missed that, we are so grateful to have those super chats and to have you guys here tonight. So thank you so much.
yes, thank you. Should we, I've gotten 2 things in the mail.
Let's do it. Let's get into that.
Show. Actually, Marty sent this when we were in Idaho, actually. And I tucked it away because it was so hot. I was like, I won't be wearing a long sleeve for a very long time. But she sent this maternity shirt.
Golly.
And right there, wait, how do I do this? It says Future Angel. Isn't that cute?
Let's see
Excuse
this.
me, isn't that cute?
You're going to have to... So when do you wear this? What is it? Is this kind of like a nightgown?
No,
Is that
it's
what we're
just like a
looking at?
shirt, but it's
Oh, it's just a shirt. Okay.
I can start wearing it now, but it has been so hot.
Okay.
Even in Bellingham, it's been like 80 degrees, but
Hot,
this week
guys.
is starting to cool down finally. Everyone still having issues?
I don't know. The consensus on the lag is out. Everyone's saying it. Most people are saying it's good. I went back. We got all the super chats. We had Diana from Eye of the Storm Tarot. Shannon Jackson, currently super chat of the night, $49.99. And then we had Shelly and we had Sherry with $19.99 super chat. So I think we got all the super chats. Thank you guys so much. You're crushing it tonight.
Thank you so much.
Best birthday ever is 10/23. That's from Shannon Jackson, currently super chat of the night. So she's saying 10/23. That's a date that I really like.
Okay.
I could get behind that.
I like that.
Bruce is saying Shannon and Rob might have some real estate advice for you. I love that. That's good heads up thinking there from Bruce. I
first want to get a better feel of Southern California before we dive in.
Yeah, of course. I'm really excited to see what happens after December and where we end up and what we're doing. I don't know. I'm just really excited.
Yeah, we don't know what we're doing.
Brenda
Basically
Thompson.
starting January 1st.
Brenda Thompson saying San Diego is great to live. And I cannot agree with Brenda enough on that. Okay. Raybird says, don't forget to hit that like button.
Thank you, Ray.
Hopefully we have
Oh, the dogs. This house is a little bit of a work of art, if you will. And it was just cleaned and it is ready for the next guest. So we aren't even staying in here or anything. And we didn't want to bring the dogs in because then we would have to clean up after them because they shed and stuff. So they are outside. They had a wonderful morning running around in the mountains. Oh, I climbed a mountain this morning.
pretty good for 30-something weeks, 36 weeks.
Yep. And
I want to share the Van Fam those, but keep going.
they are outside. They just played a game with Dan. He calls Tick.
My Tick.
My Tick.
Yeah, it's just a game I've been playing with Pig.
It's just like
guys, I'm just loading up. You're not going to want to miss this. I'm just loading up some shots from our maternity shoot last night, so I want to share these with you guys. A lot of shots that we like. And we did this free of charge, meaning we did this ourselves. So it's a bit amateur, but it turned out really well, and we're going to go over some of our favorites here. So let me just...
They haven't been edited or anything yet.
Yeah, guys, all natural maternity shots. But I would love to hear what the Van Fam likes the most. So we're going to have a little bit of a game here, or a little bit of a kind of a voting.
A game.
You know, just, I mean, we got to get the Van Fam's input. Wow, these are some really good shots, guys. I can't wait to share these. Give me 1 minute here, guys. We're going to share.
We went up to the mountain. It was a beautiful, beautiful sunset. We had to see the sunset and the moon rise and then the sunrise this morning.
Yeah. And I'm just loading up. Here's our oh my gosh. Guys, you got to see these pictures.
Share them.
I'm just loading them up so we can go through them all at once. I just want to make sure. Okay, we got to get that one in there. It's a weird way that I have to do this because I can't just screen share the photo album. So, you know, technical difficulties. All right, let me get 1 or 2 more here from the last location.
Shall I show the Van Fam this gift from Rose?
Yes.
You guys, Rose also sent us a gift. A gift. Is that how you say it? Gift. Yeah, it has a T on it, right?
I think so. I think you got
My
it.
goodness. She sent a gorgeous gift of this nightgown. And look at these little booties and matching hats for little gal. This is so cute.
That is so cute.
And these,
okay, we're all done there.
These are ridiculous.
Oh.
I don't know when. Oh my gosh, 6 to 9 months. I cannot wait for her to wear these.
Raybird says, Dan has great hair. Well, I appreciate that because I have been feeling like my hair is uncontrollable.
And then some goodies for me, which I thought was really sweet and thoughtful of you. So thank you so much, Rose.
Yes, Puron. These are so cute. That's perfect. And of course, these little flip-flops. So much cute stuff. Okay, guys, without further ado, who's ready to do a little bit of voting? Well, just giving your guys' opinions on our maternity shoot. It's going to be kind of hard with chat. You'll just have to kind of tell us which ones you like, I guess. Lori says, the connection on my laptop and TV are good right now. Okay, well, why don't we take... Oh, it's jamming from Will. I got to give a shout out. Gang. I got to give a shout out. Jamming with Will. Okay, guys, let's jump over to my... Wait a minute. Okay, here we go, guys. Are you ready? Look number 1 is just Allie
Can they
and
see
Huck.
that?
Yeah, they can see
Oh,
this is
okay.
what they're seeing.
Oh, isn't he just the most gorgeous boy in the whole world?
This was just for fun, but I thought that was a pretty good shot right there.
Yeah, we didn't try very hard to get this one. Huck just is perfect. So, you know, he did perfect things.
Let me do one thing. I want to see if I can make this smaller here. How do I do that? There we go. So I'm going to put us small down in the corner. All right, so that's just for fun. This is one that I really liked. Just kind of a good sunlight in the background here.
Yeah.
And again, guys, these are all set up with our camera and a timer and a tripod. So, but yeah, this one, I don't know. For some reason, I'm drawn to this one.
I like it. I like the other ones better, though.
Yeah. Why don't you tell us the story of your dress?
Oh, I think a lot of pregnant women probably like think out an outfit for their maternity shoot, and I didn't. We have been so busy. We should actually tell you about everything that we've done to get ready. But I didn't put any thought into it, and we were really tired, and Friday night we went up to, Friday night.
Target. Yeah, Friday night.
We went all over the mall. I haven't been to a mall in years.
Boo Hiskers.
And nobody really has a maternity section besides Target. And this was the only dress they had in my size. So There you have it.
Yep. So that's the dress, and this was just so we had a dress. I think Allie had, you'll see what Allie's initial idea was. It was beautiful, and but this was just kind of that we could find.
With the dress, I basically had to hold it, or you couldn't really tell I had a, it was just kind of looked big.
Okay, let's move on from this one. This one, another one with the dress, but just kind of beautiful Mount Shuksan in the background.
My favorite mountain. One of the most photographed mountains in the world, actually.
But this kind of highlights for me why the dress, the dress just didn't quite work for me, although I thought this was a really good picture.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you look great. I'm just saying, like, some of the other ones.
The other photos, I think you guys will like
It's hard
better.
to see your bump with that dress.
Yeah.
So here we got Allie's main outfit, and I gave the bump a little kiss here. And then again, Mount Shuksan in the background.
Give the bump a little kiss.
We did this shot a bunch of times, actually. Another one here. I thought that one's pretty good. I like that one. I had 3 outfits on this shoot, guys. 3 outfits. So let's go to the next one. And here, bump kiss. And now we're going to get, I think we're going to change change location in this next one. But I really like that one. You have a great smile. That's a good one.
I love all the ones that you chose.
So here's a new, look at the colors, guys. These are the fall colors. Absolutely beautiful scene for this photo shoot.
Perfect location. And we did it ourselves. So a lot of people spend like...
Oh, it was $400 minimum.
Yeah.
$400 minimum. That's not money we're spending. So, and guys, if we see super chats come in, we're going to jump back over to chat after we go through these. So don't worry, we're not going to miss anything. But this for us, guys, is photo of the day. This is our favorite.
I can't believe that we caught this lighting on a timer.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty impressive.
Spectacular lighting.
It was all Dan's work, but...
Look at that lighting. Oh my gosh. I just feel like this is going to be one that I hope I want to put this one in a frame or something in the van. So
yeah.
I think this is one of the most natural ones we got.
Yeah.
This one was good lighting still, but the camera was a little off center, but I thought the lighting. We only got
if
a few
Dan
minutes.
wasn't cut off, it would have been perfect.
Yeah. But we only got a few minutes with this light going over the mountain. So let me just jump over to chat, make sure we're still live with you guys here. Okay, everybody's chatting, so that's good. So then there's this one. I'm kind of looking at the bump. You're kind of looking down. This is a really good one, I think. I like this one a lot.
So behind us in these photos is Mount Baker. I've actually climbed both of the mountains in the photos, and I just love this area. So it's really special.
Guys might notice how smoky it is. There's a forest fire somewhere, I think in Montana, and so we're getting some of that. So the air quality was a little nasty, but I mean, could have been worse.
It wasn't terrible, but then this morning it like blew over, and this morning it was pretty icky.
Yeah, kind of makes for a cool background, but
yeah,
overall not too much impact by the smoke. But I think this is a really good picture. And then this was a kind of an artsy one that Allie said we should do, and I think it's just perfect. I just love this one. This one I could totally
there
see
she is
in a frame. That's a beautiful one.
Oh my goodness.
Another one where we found the light right before it crested over the hill. We were able to get this one. Looking at this a second time, I do like it a lot. I just wish my body had been a little more open to the camera, but what do you think? Yeah,
I really like it. It's not my favorite of the shoot, but
I'd say it's like for me top 5 just because of that light, guys. This is kind of like getting lighting like this. This is why you hire a photographer, and so we managed to get a few shots, and that felt good. And then we went to another location. And
this is probably for me.
That's spectacular.
My second favorite.
Really, that's spectacular. That's just a good photo.
Yeah, I just think we both have really good smiles and
yeah. Kind of a fun one here. Looking at the camera, yeah, that's a good one. It's kind of goofy. And then a couple more. Wow. So we had the camera vertical, and now we went back to horizontal with this one, and look at that backdrop, guys. And it might look like we're on a cliff here, kind of on an edge. We're not. There's just rock right there. You could just walk all over the place.
It was not, and there were actually a lot of people.
I like this one a lot.
Similar photos.
I love that you're looking at me and I'm looking at the camera. And I think that's a really good one.
Very good photo.
And then we had to do a corny laugh one.
Because you know that Dan is always making us laugh.
Yeah. So let's see. Okay, so I think. Wait, did I get that one? Oh yeah. Okay, so that's it. So that's what we got, guys. That's what we got for the photo shoot. I'd love to see it. Let's go back and jump back to our comments.
Thanks for coming along and watching them with us.
Yeah. So we're going to jump back into chat and see what you guys think. Let's see, where are we at? Just want to make sure. There's Marty.
Aw, thank you, Marty, for my shirt.
So let's see. People are saying this is
they love
adorable.
Huck looking up at me.
What's the little gal's name? Oh, you guys are gonna love her name when we get to reveal it very soon. I know we're having a big secret with the name, but
we shall see. I think she's going to be here in 2 weeks or less. So you'll know in 2 weeks or less. Big statement.
I'm digging Allie's sandals. Says Blue Star Butterfly. I like that.
Thank you. There's no way I could have worn anything.
Brenda
else.
Thompson. Gorgeous background.
It's beautiful up there.
Sherry's getting in the mix with some.
Look at Huckleberry.
So this one is the Huckleberry one. I think a lot of people really like that. Y'all are so photogenic, says Carrie. Thank you, Carrie.
Thank you, Carrie.
Jerry Mylar says, my chat seemed to not go through on here. I'm out. Well, this one went through, Jerry.
Sorry, Jerry.
Let's see. Everyone says Dan's hair is amazing, Allie's hair is stunning. That's the real truth right there, Bruce.
Thank you.
So yeah, guys, a lot of good photos.
They like them all.
A lot of good photos. I agree with you on the one you chose. Yeah, I think it was really good. That the golden hour one is key in photography and film, says David.
For sure.
I'm just so glad we managed to get a few of those.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Thank you, everybody, for looking at those with us. Actually, we haven't really, we looked last night, but not on a big screen.
Yes. Shelly Gerber says, my birthday is the day before Halloween. That would be pretty interesting.
We shall see.
What about a Halloween baby?
That's fine.
Now, we were going to do some controversial questions tonight on parenting.
Oh, some parenting controversial questions.
We just got a text. I just got a text. My uncle was on last week, and he's back on tonight, and he's got my other uncle.
Hi!
So, guys, people are watching us live, and I got family on the live stream. Hi, Aunt Alona, Uncle Greg, and Uncle Ted. Glad you guys are here. Thanks
for joining us. That's really sweet of you.
Anita says, corny Dan always making us laugh. I love that.
Dan will do anything.
Alyssa says, I like the horizontal with the mountains in the background. Yeah, the horizontal is really nice, but it's hard to get a good shot horizontal when you're trying to shoot two people standing up.
Yeah, but then that's why I wanted to move it back at the very end to get a few more horizontal. But
Glory says, Allie, less than 2 weeks. She is in position, ready for blast off.
She is. I can tell you the other day she moved
heads
all
down
day long.
So you had Allie had a contraction yesterday on our evening walk. I'm not even kidding you. Her belly felt like rock hard.
Like an actual bowling ball. Like it was just like, it's crazy.
Absolutely crazy.
Every time I get the, what are those animals? Turkeys?
Yeah, it looks like turkeys. Gobble gobbles
like
across
wild
the street.
Turkeys?
I don't know.
Oh.
Okay.
They're huge. Anyway, so the, well, I don't know what to say.
David Strausser says the next photo shoot will be all three of you in matching outfits.
Dan just said he wanted to get matching Christmas jammies.
I do. That's always a dream I've had. So I'm pretty excited to see where that goes.
So technically her due date is November 5th, Dan's birthday, which is still 4 weeks away, just under 4 weeks away. But I just don't think we're going the full 4 weeks. My body just tells me it's coming sooner. As far as bodily functions go, you may have heard of, this is a really gross term. I'm very sorry that I have to say it, but the mucus plug.
Oh, gross. Please don't.
It's a sign. It's one of the, there's a mucus plug, there's a bloody show, then your water breaks, contractions.
Hey, look at this comment from Uncle Ted. He says, Uncle Greg says he hasn't seen you in 8 months since Park City. Yeah, well, do the math, Uncle Greg. 8 months. We're over 8 months pregnant, so let's just say Super Bowl Sunday at Uncle Ed's house was pretty spectacular, if you know what I'm saying.
Daniel.
No, we've already told the Van fam. We conceived in Park City, Utah. I mean, what better place? One of the most beautiful places in the U.S. and one of the best skiing destinations, although we didn't get any powder in the U.S.
Gorgeous place. Incredible place.
That's how it works.
We're not opposed to living there either, are we?
Victoria says, Dan, when are you going to pop the question?
I thought maybe he was going to last night on our photo shoot.
No, not during pregnancy, right? Is that, I don't know. October 18th is my daughter's birthday, says Sharon Parker.
Leanna had a question, and I can't read that far from here. But,
Leanna? Okay, she says, I'm just curious, will you guys be sharing the birth with us, or will you show footage after she is born? Good question.
Dan wanted to live stream it, and I would prefer a put together, thought out video afterwards. But we will be filming, and you will get actual footage from the birth. I really want Dan to be focused on me. I'm just going to be selfish here, and I don't want him to be distracted in the least bit. Like, I want him to set up the camera and forget about it. And if there's live, of course, he has potential of being sidetracked, and I need him.
Yeah. Yeah. We're going to be sharing a lot of footage. We're going to share, we've watched so many birth vlogs that we're going to share. We're going to take what we like from all the birth vlogs and try and make our best one. So sharing, I mean, I think we got to share
I also like
a good amount of it. Yeah.
You know, to be selfish, I want this to be a really good put together vlog to share with her.
Yeah.
Later on.
I think that's the number one thing.
Right. So it's like, this is for her, and I want it to be thought out and put together in a nice way. And, you know, we're not going to sugarcoat it. You know, I'm going to try and go natural, of course, at home in my chalet. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, but I also, you know, there might be some things I don't want shown. I don't know.
Kathy Tracy says, you need privacy for the beautiful moment.
Yeah. Thank you, Kathy.
I did see one girl did live stream her birth on Instagram, and she also vlogged it. So her phone was set up on Instagram Live, and then they were making a vlog with a regular camera.
Oh my gosh.
And I mean, it was interesting. You know, the phone was just set up right there, and she would, yeah. So I don't know, but we obviously do our lives on YouTube. We do it a little different. But Shelly Fitzgerald with a huge comment. Be ready for that water break. What do you think?
Yeah, any day. I feel, because the thing is you can go, your water can break and you can still have like days left.
Yeah.
Or they have to break your water 20 seconds before you give birth. So
yeah,
everybody is so different that there's
no
real rhyme or reason.
We want a natural water break, like around 38 and a half weeks.
Yeah, but I mean, well, in either case, I think I told you guys last time, but we have to go until October 15th, which is Friday. I think it's Friday. I have to wait until Friday to give birth to be able to have a home birth.
Saturday, I think. Saturday is the 15th.
Well, tomorrow's the 10th, so I think it's Friday.
Okay, guys, do you want to have a Van Fam bet here where I show Allie that Saturday's the 15th?
Yeah, let's have a Van
Fam
bet.
You ready?
Oh, shoot.
I win. I win, Van Fam.
I didn't even do the math in my head.
I don't win much these days, but man, when I do, it is sweet.
You know what you win out of that? You win getting to make dinner.
Crazy Kiter Bruce says, Dan will have his diamond soon enough. You're gonna ask. We should be a little more progressive, and why don't you ask me to get married, huh?
Do you want me to get down on a knee?
Kimberly says, my granddaughter Freya Trinity will be 6 months on the 20th. I sent Allie a picture of her.
Oh,
you remember
yes, yes, and I love that name, Freya. Very cute.
Yeah. So everyone's saying that what you were talking about is not selfish at all, and that I think they agree that I need to be present for you. And since I was a yoga teacher, and not saying that means anything for this, but I do think in the moment I'll be able to provide some added benefit because of all that training I did and all those classes I taught.
Yeah, so the craziest thing with the birth vlogs that we watch is you can see that when a woman doesn't have any mental control, or when she loses it, and you can hear it. You can hear women breathing and kind of making like deep noises, and then all of a sudden they'll start screaming, and she's like lost her mental strength. And that's one thing that I need Dan to be there to remind me to tell me that I am, mind over matter and that I'm made for this.
Yep. No, we're going to be a good team, I think. I'm excited to do my part as needed. So let's jump back into chat. Let's get over to chat.
See what everybody is up to.
Sherry says, I don't think that is selfish. We all want to be there, but you share what you want.
Thank you, Sherry.
Linda Heckert. Hello, Linda. She says, have you picked a focal point object?
No, so tomorrow at the birth center, we get to pick out a bathtub to take home. So I have a bathtub in the chalet, but we are going to choose another one to put in the living room. I don't know, I guess to basically have two. Theirs are a little bit more made for birth as opposed to the one I have in my chalet is like, only one person can really access me if I'm in that bathtub because it's up against a wall. So.
Oh man, this is getting real, guys. This is getting real. I just banned that spammer. So adios chat-69.xyz, but not in this live stream, not on Sunday Night Live, right?
Can you imagine how many spammers we'd get if we live stream my birth? Our child's birth, I mean.
I'm genuinely curious, like how many people would, like, if I were on YouTube scrolling and I think a live stream like that would pick up a little traction within the old algorithm. And I think it would be spread out to see like who's clicking on this. And I think you would get I would click on that if I was just, if I was showed that and I wasn't in this situation with you, I think I'd still click on it and be like, what does this look like? And get in on that. I mean, it could be, a 6 hour, I think if we were to live stream, I would start it in a really perfect way. I would kind of see where you're at, and then I would start it so we'd only have like a nice 2 to 3 hour live stream. Haven't thought about it, guys, but if I were to live stream a birth.
He can't stop thinking about it, and he keeps saying, asking me about different ways to make it possible.
Glory says, you are dreaming.
Thank you, Glory.
Janet Sullivan says, they had to break my water for both of mine. Then that gets things really moving. They only do it if it's necessary.
I started walking on a curb.
Fingers crossed we get it naturally.
I started walking on a curb last night. Apparently,
We're trying all the tricks.
Excuse me. Walk on a curb. The unevenness helps get things moving and grooving. But really, we should wait 5-6 days till Saturday.
Yeah.
To get her really moving.
Anita Dawson says, you two are always a great team, a good team.
Thank you, Anita.
Laura Hope says, it came so fast. Do you agree?
No.
I agree.
Sorry, Laura, I do not agree. It's 9 months is an actual 100 eternities. It is so long.
100
it is too
eternities,
long.
Guys. You heard it here. It's 100 eternities. Okay. Did Allie crave anything good during her pregnancy?
No, but not
Cottage
really.
cheese? That was the big one for me that you craved.
For a little while, I was needing some cottage cheese. But today I wanted some berries, and we went to the store before this live to go get some stuff for dinner, and I forgot to get berries.
Chris Johnson said, you've already done your part, Dan. Wink,
Chris.
wink.
Chris, I'm sorry, but I think he's got a lot more to do.
Candace says, hey, Allie and Dan. Hello.
Hi, Candace.
Hello, hello, hello.
We missed so many messages that were up there, too. Oh, I have been drinking raspberry tea, Linda. I've been drinking raspberry tea, and I've been eating dates, a lot of dates.
Linda, you were just talking about that. Okay, good. Let's see here. Kimberly says, I hear doctors say push, 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 and nurse said good pushing, pee and pooping everywhere. Embarrassing.
I think that's
Whoa.
kind of why I don't really want to live stream, because
Whoa.
we can tell you that happened. You don't need to visually see that I might shit my pants
Whoa!
in the bathtub. Like, people don't need to see that, do they?
You dropped the S-bomb on the live stream.
Sorry.
That's just how real it is. Do you see me? Says, sex often brings on labor. I used to hear from many L&D patients that they had sex and labor started. So we've read that, we've heard that. Holy moly, look what Candace just said. I'm gonna blow this up. I'm baking apple cider donuts. Your thoughts?
Do you need my address?
Send us
They sound delicious.
some
Yummy.
donuts. I mean, seriously. We had apple cider donuts yesterday. We went to a pumpkin patch with 2 friends, and they have a 18-month?
1.5-year-old.
Yeah, and so we got to talk to them
She's
about
super
birth.
cute.
But we had apple cider donuts yesterday, and oh my God, they were so good, guys.
We were like, yeah, we'll get all these donuts, then we'll eat half of them, but
Ron by 1 penny, Ron
this is
Jackson.
Shannon. Oh,
Is this Shannon
yeah,
and Ron?
Shannon and Ron Jackson.
Oh my
She's-
Lord.
I'm guessing that it's the same.
I was
Shannon
just
and
going to
Ron
say,
Jackson.
Shannon Jackson had Super Chat of the Night at $49.99. Ron comes in 1 penny over. I hope that doesn't get him in trouble later, because he is now Super Chat of the Night. That is a massive Super Chat, guys.
Thank
You've
you,
been
Ron.
rock stars tonight with your Super Chats, everyone, and with your comments. And I mean, we've got the best viewers to likes ratio we've had in a long time, almost 1 to 1.
Wow.
But thank you, Ron. Thank you, Shannon Jackson. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for commenting. We love to hear that you're here.
I love that. Wow. Ron and Shannon Jackson.
Okay, so
battling for Super Chat of the Night. That's some good, clean, old-fashioned
that.
fun. I love that.
that's something Dan would do, Ron. It's
I
very
would.
Dan-like.
I would go 1 penny past you so I could be Super Chat of the Night.
I hear a lot of people are like, Allie, get some sleep now, because when the baby comes, you're not going to sleep. But guys, I can't sleep. Tell me how to get sleep. Actually, I fell asleep by myself last night without a sleeping pill for the first time in I don't know how long. But then I was awake from like 3 a.m. onwards.
Okay, I want to highlight this. Somebody said something. Viv's Corner said, that's why they give you an enema when labor starts. At least they used to. I guess it's
I've never even heard
so
that.
that you
but-
don't defecate and cause a big old mess.
Well, hopefully I can just go to the bathroom beforehand, take care of it normally.
Okay. Adios.
Bye, Deva. Thanks for joining us.
Let's
Heather
see.
Haynes is here.
Heather Haynes in the house. Everyone's commenting on the apple cider donuts. I mean, Anita Jackson says, wow, Candace, I can almost smell them from here. Golly, I wish we had a big, huge bag of apple cider donuts. Shelly Fitzgerald is in on the apple cider donuts.
We just need to find somewhere in town that makes them fresh.
Well, a lot of times
Because-
Trader Joe's around this time of year will have
Fresh?
Well, no, nothing at Trader Joe's is that fresh, but they have.
Yeah, I want like warm and fresh type deal.
Yeah, I could make them.
Okay,
Maybe I should do that. That'd be a cool episode for the vlog.
that would be really fun.
Want to do more cooking episodes in the vlog. Yeah, that could be really interesting, guys. I like that.
I wonder.
Ron Jackson says, hope you enjoy the super chats as much as we enjoy watching your channel.
Thank you, Ron.
That makes our week.
That's really sweet.
Hearing that, Ron.
We do appreciate them, and what makes us the happiest is to hear that you enjoy watching our channel.
That's
so
the
thank
ultimate.
You.
The super chats is just a cherry on top, but the ultimate, guys, is when we feel the love from you, and we always do, especially on these live streams, but that we're making something that entertains you and hopefully just gives you a quick 20-minute, or whether it's a podcast or our weekly episode, gives you just an escape from whatever's going on in your life and gives you something to enjoy, right?
Yeah,
That's our
definitely.
goal. That's always been our goal.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Gloria says, I want to see how steady Dan's hand is when he cuts the cord. That'll be in the vlog. Guaranteed.
Dan did something the other day, and I said, I'm not going to let you hold her for the first 24 hours.
No, you said first month. Oh, no, you said
No,
24
I said
hours.
24 hours.
You said 24 hours.
Even that is psychotic.
I don't know what I did, but I probably deserved it. A lot of enema talk tonight on the chat. Judy B says, don't they give you an enema for home births, which would prevent any embarrassment? Well, they should give you an enema for live-streamed births.
I'm going to ask about it tomorrow. I don't mind that it happens. Like, that's just life. That's
Can I do it?
Whatever.
Dibs on doing it. Wouldn't be the
doing
first
my
time.
enema?
Yeah, doing it for you.
No, I mean, I don't mind crapping my pants. Or I'm not going to be wearing pants, obviously. I'm going to be in a bathtub or in a bed. Or I don't mind that
Guys,
happens.
what the heck?
I just don't think people need to see it. Nobody wants to see that. And I don't want to watch that over and over again when I watch her birth vlog.
Who invited her to Sunday Night Live? This has gotten pretty good. David Strausser says, get up earlier so you're more exhausted come bedtime. That's the thing. Like,
well,
it's not the exhaustion.
Unfortunately, that's not really like I've been more wiped and more hungry this past maybe 3 or 4 days. And I think it's because we have to tell you guys about all the things that we've done on the van. We should probably just show you.
We'll show them. We don't need to tell them. We'll bore them.
Well, no, like we've got the railing. Dan, basically,
we're gonna show that in an episode.
Okay.
You guys better like and subscribe.
So we are, in either case, we are at such a point where I feel that we can finally relax. Like, I'm going to start reading my book. Well, tomorrow I have 4 appointments, but I'm going to finally start reading this baby book that I've had for a while that I wanted to read about sleeping and so on and so forth. And
okay.
Aren't you excited that we're finally at that point?
I'm so excited. I'm beyond excited.
I feel like I've been going from like 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day, just like nonstop.
So I will say the 2 slowest points of this whole pregnancy were right when we found out. I was like, oh, time's going to move so slow. And for like a week or two, a couple days actually, it did. I was like, oh, this is going to be so long. And then it just like flew by for me. We did so much.
Not me.
I fractured my pelvis. We went to Michigan, all the good stuff. And then starting last week, it was really like, now I feel like time's just crawling by.
Not for me. We still have like a fairly busy couple of things going on. I'm getting weekly massages and acupuncture and chiropractic. Stuff like that. So I don't know. In a few days when I'm flat done with the to-do list, I might get bored.
Yeah. The to-do list doesn't ever seem to end, if you're asking me, guys.
Dan is so right. He said every time you finish your to-do list, you just put more on it. But I mean like for the baby to-do list.
Look at what David Strausser just threw into the chat. He says, you can make donuts from Pillsbury biscuits by punching a hole in the middle and put in a fryer or pan with oil. I love that. Golly. A lot of donut talk tonight, guys. I'm loving it. Let's see what Dina says. Hi, guys. It's Dina. Been dealing with the aftermath of Hurricane Ian, but we'll try and catch this later. Well, thank you for stopping by.
Thank you for stopping in.
We hope everything's going better for the Floridians.
Yeah, I mean...
Did you ever talk to your dad and get any updates on the house?
Actually, no, I need to call my dad. They were... Cuckoo. Yeah, no, we shared with you what we knew, but...
So I do want to say, for anyone that was on last week's live stream, we gave a special shout out to Charlene and Jean, Jean is in the hospital, and I believe still...
I think it's going to be a little while.
Yeah, and they got to watch our Seattle video. Jean did in the hospital, so I know we've been getting updates on Patreon from Charlene, who's there with her. I'm sure quite a bit. So another special shout out to some people that have been very, very special in our van fam for a long time.
Very
so
supportive.
Charlene and Jean, we're with you guys, we're behind you guys, and we know that the van fam's going to send all the special energy for you and your recovery, Jean.
Yes. Do we want to tell them what's going on with Huck?
Yeah, fill 'em in. We don't really know.
Yeah. So, as some of you might know, Huck, not this past summer we've just had, the pregnant summer, but the one before, right before we started our channel, Huck had to have TPLO surgery on his knee, not pig. And Huck, I don't know if you know about the surgery. It's not only a very large amount of money, but it is a very long recuperating
It's
phase.
a torn ACL.
Yes, and
That's what
it
it is.
takes basically that the animal cannot go up and down stairs or really even do much besides lay there.
It's a tough surgery.
It's the recovery phase for the humans afterwards is just equally as difficult. Never mind the fact that it costs almost $5,000. Well, Huck is starting to show, and I think we told you this in Idaho, but Huck is starting to show a little bit of a sore leg on his other leg, and I'm very nervous that he's going to need the surgery on his other leg. So we have, this is maybe psycho, but I have actually booked his surgery with the same surgeon, or the same vet surgeon, for Thanksgiving. But first, in a couple of weeks, at the end of the month, he has x-rays.
So we're going to check it out, but there's a possibility.
There's a possibility he doesn't need it at all, but I am
We'll
just
see.
hoping and praying that he
Yeah.
doesn't. But
So guys, give a little
my
shout out to
baby.
Huck in your prayers if you can later this evening or any time,
it'd be
because
great if
he loves you guys so much, and he is such a lover. He loves to play.
He's
he
such a
loves
happy
his
baby
mom.
boy.
He's such a good boy. So
Hopefully
we're thinking
he
about
doesn't.
Huck as well right now.
Yeah.
David Strausser says, cherish what you have before you know it. She'll be 18 so fast. I think that's so true.
Yeah.
Something I always want to remember. Glory says, Allie, with 4 appointments, you better speed read. Your time is now 5 days.
Yeah.
Pauline says, here in England, no more enema. They don't do the enema anymore. I believe your body sorts it out naturally. That's interesting. Okay. Yeah, I haven't seen anything on any of the birth vlogs about an enema, so I think that might be something from past births.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but
Hold on, I want to check
I
in
might ask tomorrow.
with Dina. I think, yes, Dina with Hurricane Ian. Yes. I just wanted to make sure I caught that. Let's see what else we got here. I saw somebody. Oh, Susan D says,
Oh, where's your phone?
hold on, guys. My phone? You got to check on your phone.
Oh no. Sorry, guys.
Which one's this? Guys, we're just checking on something right now.
Wait.
Did it just book?
No. That's her driving around. She's lost.
Oh. Sorry, guys. Give us a second. Why don't you just go out there and point it out to her?
Okay.
Guys, I'm coming back to you right now. We're in the middle of... Okay, we are back. We saw Allie's Airbnb guest for the night is just driving back and forth. So we're going to go tell her how to get to her place. You guys have been sticking with us through a lot tonight. So we just had to check the Airbnb app, so we cut the camera for a second because, like I said at the beginning of our live stream, my typical camera, this beautiful Sony camera, is not working with us tonight for the live, so we're having to use a cell phone. And Allie is going out there to hopefully sort that out. Okay, so you guys got me, solo me for a minute. What do you think of that? We're probably all gonna miss Allie pretty soon here. That's all I'm gonna say. Just want to get into your chats. Can you say what state you're in? We are in the state of Washington, the very far Pacific Northwest. We are 40 minutes from Canada, if you can believe that. It's beautiful here right now. I would say some of the best weather right now in October. And for the next 10 days, sun, cool, perfect temps. It's really a great time right now. Let me jump into chat and be with you guys. And then when Allie gets back, we're going to do controversial questions. I know you guys know it, and I know you love it. Guys, look who it is. She hath returned to us. Round of applause. It's Allie Vondering. 36 weeks of pregnancy is completed. She rejoins us, babe. Fill us in what just happened and how did you solve a problem of such magnitude so easily?
I actually just started walking, but they had opened the door. I saw them walk right into the chalet. There's 3 dwellings on this property, and they all look very different. They're all very different in size, and all 3 of the listings have the photo of it on them, but people still get confused. And there's a different address for those 2 in this one, and there's an A and a B, but it can get confusing.
We should talk to Sherry R. She says it's too much to list here. I'm sure I believe that after reading this comment. But you can heal his knee without surgery. Contact me if you want to know more. So we
we have Sherry on Patreon, so Sherry, Sherry,
we are going to get in touch with you because I love that. I love that.
I hope we can.
But we also don't know. But I think just talking to Sherry and learning about better management for potential knee issues with Huck, who's already had 1 TPLO surgery, that's a good way to spend your time.
And we do give him those vitamins every day, those glucosamine and whatever the other thing is.
Huckleberry is 2.5 years old, by the way, for Alyssa there. Susan D says, Allie, mesh underwear. I feel like that's kind of a pro tip coming in late. I love it.
We have everything. I think I mentioned this last live. We have everything we need for baby. We really do, for the most part. I think one thing maybe. And then this week I'm going to start procuring all the items for myself and for our home birth because we have to get a few things for that.
Okay, we're going to get into controversial questions around parenting. If you guys have any controversial questions, throw them into chat. You know that I'm going to see them. So, and Glory says, Dan, keep an eye on her. The turkeys are mean birds. That's true.
I've been attacked by a swan, actually. I don't know if I shared that story.
True. Okay, let's get into controversial questions. Controversial questions of the night.
Sit back here with me. I can't sit forward. It's too uncomfortable on my stomach.
I'm willing to do that for you. Okay, guys, we're getting into controversial questions. And tonight's controversial question is... hold on a second. Let me see here. What do you think about... what do you think about trophies for participation? That's a big topic.
Trophies for participation.
Giving your son or daughter a trophy, even if they got 10th place out of let's say a competition, you give them a trophy that says, "Here's a trophy for participation."
I get it.
What is your thoughts on that?
Do people think that only the winners should get them?
It gets a little controversial. I would say probably most people are okay with first, second, third. But to just give everyone a trophy just to because you participated?
Well, I think
What do you
that like
think?
a medal or something like that is fine, and then a trophy or something for first place or whatever. But I think that something for recognizing that they played or participated is fine.
Yeah, I mean, a participation.
But I don't have a huge.
A participation something I'm fine with, but you should want to strive to be the best at whatever you're doing, and you want to be a good sport. I think we should promote good sportsmanship. So you should get something if you're not just for participating. I don't know about that. I mean, I don't really care.
Well,
but
I mean, what
good
about
sportsmanship?
What
and
about
then-
the kids that have like terrible coordination and they try really hard and they pay attention and they play by the rules?
Most
but
improved
there's
player.
just a really good athletic kid that happens to be in the same grade as them.
Well, but I think that's what a lot of people say is like that's life, So like, there's always going to be someone that has a better live stream than us, Hard to believe, but
Hard to believe.
There's always going to be someone that gets more views than you, that makes more money than you, that has a better house than you. You know what I mean? So if we're just like, I think that's what a lot of the argument is like, it's not really.
I mean, it's kind
It's
of
not really-
preparing them for
Right.
the future and everything.
Right.
I mean, I don't know. I don't have a strong opinion about it.
Neither
I
do
will
I.
congratulate my kid if they will do an activity or sport or whatever they choose to do and do it with all of their their heart, I guess, and
Absolutely.
actually commit to it, and I will treat them to a dinner out or whatever.
Oh, pizza party all day up in this household.
But if they're little brats and they don't participate, or they're naughty during it, or they, their coach is like, so-and-so won't even listen to the rule, that sort of stuff I won't condone. And they don't deserve a trophy for that, or a medal, or a
Of
ribbon,
course
or
not.
anything.
No,
But I
bad
don't know.
sportsmanship never deserves a trophy or a participation, anything. Just taking a quick break from controversial questions to go to controversial question. Allie, any discharge from nipples yet?
Yes, but not a lot.
Yeah. We are going to start harvesting colostrum, things of this nature, in
But we're gonna
week
harvest
38.
it.
We are going to begin harvesting those fluids from
We
Allie
are, he
in
says.
2 weeks.
Okay.
We are. We talked about this.
Okay.
Okay. Judy B says no trophy, maybe ribbons. Yeah, like something you can hang on your wall. I think that's fine. Like to remember, if I get 5th place, I was never that good of an athlete in like team sports growing up. But it's like something to remember. Oh, you got
Part
5th
of
place,
this
but you
team or whatever.
participated in this fun event. Like that's cool. I think everyone should try and have fun, even if you don't win. There's like kind of a fine line there if you take it too seriously and then you're distraught that you didn't get the 1st place or the 3rd place trophy. I mean, that's a problem in and of itself. So
Yeah, I mean,
you should always try and have fun. You should always try and
I
enjoy
think-
the game.
I think though that like if your kid is that bad at the sport, maybe you should encourage them or see if they might be interested in another sport or even activity, maybe robotics or maybe something other than sports if they're not coordinated.
Yes.
That's my idea, but
Okay,
what do
well,
I
we
know?
got pretty darn controversial there, and I think we're only going to keep going down that kind of way of life. Bruce says, baby gets first medal, kite loops in Allie's belly. So,
We had a boy's name picked out, and Bruce, everybody, but Bruce, I thought you might like this in particular. When we do have a boy, this will be his name, and I envision it over the loudspeaker because he's just won a kite competition.
yeah.
And
Okay.
it sounds like
I want to
it
get
belongs
into
there.
a controversial question
Okay.
here. Gender neutrality. Some couples decide that they want their children to freely choose their gender. What are your thoughts on raising your kid and
don't
pretending
care.
they don't have a gender so that they can, or like not using any gender words so that they can be whatever gender they want when they're older?
I Do not care what other people do at all. It's their life. It doesn't faze me. I will not be doing that. But should our daughter or son or whatever turn out to be gay or whatever, that's fine. I will embrace it. I don't care. It's their life. But I am definitely going to raise her as a girl, as I was raised.
Absolutely.
But if later in life she decides that she's not, she doesn't have the same sexual orientation, whatever, that's her decision. I don't know. I'm not going to raise her gender neutral.
I think that the gender neutrality thing is like comical. I think it's a complete just trying to break down society's natural way of life in order to confuse us.
That's what people want to do. That's fine.
Hilarious.
But we're not doing that.
Candace said, if I want to mail you something, if I want your mailing address, do I email you guys? Yes, exactly, Candace. And I just threw our email right up here, roadlifeblueprint@gmail.com. It's up in the top right corner. So yeah, join us or email us.
Yes.
Join us in the email
Candace.
world. Yeah, I just think the gender stuff's getting out of hand in a lot of ways. And, it makes me nervous because I had such a great childhood and I really look at the schooling I had and when I was in school, it was all just, I felt like pretty normal. And now I see a lot of stuff on the internet of all this weird stuff happening in school, like drag parties in school, hosted by the school and stuff. And it's just kind of like, what on earth? We were just we did school dances and we did I don't know, not
school
stuff
bake
like that.
Sales and sports days.
Whatever happened to a good old wholesome bake sale? Why are we doing stuff like this? And so I just think that there's all some weird thing going on.
It's very
trying to corrupt
it's
youth.
Weird for us, and
because
whatever. If people want to go down that route,
to have the same abilities in her school to I feel like I was. I just feel like I could have played sport. I could do whatever I wanted in school. Nobody was forcing weird ideas down. It was normal stuff.
Well, we just weren't thinking about our sexual orientation and our genders.
Right.
We were thinking about playing at recess and we were doing with our friends on the weekend.
That's about as controversial as it gets, guys, right there. How about those for controversial questions?
Yeah.
David Strausser is calling us out because he says, we won't tell him the boy's name either. And dang it, you're right, David. Oh my God.
Thank
we are
you.
not worthy. We are not worthy. Super chat of the night. So proud of you guys. Level-headed. Wow, Deborah, that is a super chat. A super chat to rule them all of the night.
Thank you, Deborah. That's very sweet of you.
Tonight's theme on Super Chats has been go big or go home. It's been just awesome, generous Super Chat after Super Chat after Super Chat.
Yeah.
So Deborah says, so proud of you guys, level-headed. Yeah, crazy to think of life in that way, I guess. I don't know. I guess it's just... It's just the way, it's where we're at.
I'm sure there are a lot of people who agree with us. And there's people who don't, and that's okay. That's fine.
Yeah. Hey, listen, we're just talking, whatever happened to good old-fashioned open dialogue, debate,
I think a lot of people, because of the internet now, I sound like I'm so old. I'm just saying, was people have to be so cautious, careful about what they talk about and everything. And it's you're going to offend somebody or somebody's not going to agree. And that is fine. That's what makes,
Yeah. Hey, listen, we're just here to entertain. We're here to have fun. I want the Van Fam to know, when we do these controversial questions that, this is who we are as people, this is who we're going to be as parents. And for me, it's just an important thing to, I think, make not really a stance, but just talk, open dialogue, whatever, open dialogue. That's all I'm about. And if, Blue Star Butterfly says, bye, have a good night, Allie and Dan. Good night. Thank you for joining us. David Strausser says, all that matters is you love and support your child or children, whatever they do. I think that's perfect.
Great.
I think that's like such a great thing. It's like, you gotta not take life too seriously. It's like,
Yeah.
if our kid does something that's like, no matter what, our kids are going to be raised differently than we are. It's totally, we didn't have cell phones when I was growing up. We didn't have TikTok. So it's going to be different. And,
For sure.
we have to make sure that we're open-minded to like, I think it's like, and it goes through every generation. So we got to be like, oh, this is their generation and it's going to be different than ours. And it's going to be a different experience for them. And I think the most important thing is like what David said, you're love them. And I think morals and values is really where you're going to set your kids apart and set them up for success, I guess is a better way to put it.
And then encouraging them to have good friends.
Yeah, I think that's one of the most important
these days
things
because
is having good friends with Mark Marshall here. I drug my children as a truth serum, so I'm not judging. Okay, let's get in. That was a pretty controversial one. I like that. Okay, well, let me just see what else we got here.
There's lots of, these are all good.
Okay, here's one, guys. Controversial question. Smacking versus peaceful parenting. Well, I will say that smacking is probably out of the question.
Smacking, I feel like spanking is more the...
Even that for me, I don't really...
I remember being spanked like less than a handful of times, like, 2-3 times. Maybe my mom is on the chat, or maybe mom can't on the chat, but I definitely felt worse when my parents were disappointed.
Yeah.
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 But
disappointment.
we do talk all the time about having a calm household.
Yeah.
I mean, just
disciplining our children. I mean, now it's like such a crazy concept because we're just like, I'm just so excited to have one. I'm not even thinking about how I'm going to discipline her. But I think that's going to be an interesting kind of hurdle in life. Like, think back to my dad and mom would kind of, I had kind of a tendency to talk back. So sometimes I'd get a little soap in the old mouth, and it didn't affect me. And a lot of times it was more just a threat. Like I probably only happened 3 or 4 or 5 times max. And it sucked, but it was like, they weren't like, ah, it was just like, it's a little soap in the mouth and that's what you get. And I thought,
that's funny. I
look back at that and I now just laugh at it. It's like, God, that's a pretty funny thing.
I think that, and correct me if I'm wrong, parents, but I think that actually what the most important thing is that we are on the same stance as far as discipline and when and how and that
Absolutely.
sort of thing, rather than them trying to play off of one parent or another, because
Absolutely.
that doesn't seem to go very well.
So yeah, for us, I think disciplining is going to be something that we have to kind of come to an agreement on. I don't really see threats of violence, even if it's like minor, like spanking. I just really don't see that as. I think just as a society, we've kind of evolved past that. Like I don't think it works necessarily. Like
yeah, I don't
know.
I don't think that a spanking. Being afraid of a spanking would have made me not do something.
Here's a good one. This is a really good one from MJ. Take privileges away.
Yeah.
That is what I'm talking about right there.
Yeah.
That for me is the worst. When my mom would say you can't go spend the night at a friend's house, and I know like 3 of my best friends are playing Halo at my friend's house, and I don't get to go because I talked back, or I did something wrong, or I, screwed up in school.
Yeah.
I'll take a spanking any day of the week over losing a privilege. So MJ, that is great.
Yeah, definitely.
That is great. Okay, let's get back to controversial questions here, guys. You know that on this live stream.
Are there any that are more like controversial? I feel like we should do the one about
Yeah, I'm just kind of want to scroll. Oh, here we go. Okay, so this is a two-part controversial question, but the first one is, this isn't really controversial. I mean, this is kind of like, you got to do what you can do, but formula feeding versus breastfeeding. The controversial conversations surrounding this particular topic are never-ending bout. It's been discussed over and over again. Yes, the science is clear about the whole breast is best slogan, but every woman out there has her own personal circumstances to put up with. So, babe, controversial question, formula feeding or breastfeeding? Your take.
Of course, you guys know that I'm trying to breastfeed. I have heard from a number of different moms who I am related to even, and friends of mine, and people that I respect and care very much about, have tried and it didn't go well. And one mom in particular was experiencing pretty extreme postpartum depression because she was so hard on herself for not producing enough milk. And she switched over to formula, and her life just completely changed. I mean, she now doesn't have postpartum. I mean, she enjoys her time with her baby. She is out and about doing things, whereas opposed she used to just be at home kind of down and hard on herself. It can't be easy for everyone. And then, if you're going back to work, some people don't have the luxury that we have where I have the time to do it and make sure that I'm going to try and keep doing it right and so on. And then some people have twins where, like, how do you breastfeed if you have twins? You're just like literally feeding all day long.
Yeah.
So there's so many things, and of course it's best, and I think everybody in theory would like to be able to do it, but just doesn't work for everybody.
Yeah, that's not for me. That's not very controversial. But the controversial part that it gets when it can become controversial is if you are breastfeeding, how long do you breastfeed for?
And the in public thing.
Well, I mean, in public for me is like, just if you're out in public and you see I think there's an okay way to do it, and then there's like kind of like an over the top way to do it. If you're like feeding in public and getting on social media and being like, this is natural, like, that's fine, whatever, I'll just ignore you. But I could see how some people would be like, okay, like, chill out a little bit. But if you're just like in public and you're not making a scene and you're just like peacefully doing what you need to do, yeah, I think that's totally normal.
Yeah.
But how about extended breastfeeding, huh? What do you think of that controversial question?
I also think I will probably I actually already have one, and I'm very excited to use it, and I'll let you know about this company that we are working with who has sent me one. But I'm going to use a cover, and I'm going to breastfeed anywhere and everywhere. And
yeah, girl.
I know I don't need the cover, but I think at least at first I will feel more comfortable wearing it. And then extended, what's extended? I think we know a couple of people who are still doing it at 1.5 years. That seems quite normal to me, but what do I know?
I think that's kind of close to the cutoff for me. I think, you can be eating solid foods around 6 months starting. No, semi-solid, stuff like that. You can kind of introduce that. So I think, 1 year to 18 months max would be my thing, because you kind of got to wean, and I think sometimes parents, it's kind of like dog owners. You have a hard time like.
It also probably depends on when we would have a second child, if we do have a second child, because you probably want a break and have your body to yourself for a little while.
Yeah.
If you do decide you want a second child, I don't know.
Crystal asked real quick, when will we find out baby's name? You guys are going to find out as soon as our birth vlog gets released, unless for some crazy reason we're live streaming the birth, which would just be probably not going to happen, but possibly. Guys, we got a spam artist back. Bye-bye. Birth vlog, which will be put out, I'd like to say I can do it really quick. We'll have Mom here to help, so I'm going to try and edit that because I don't want to like make people wait after you deliver. So I want to be able to edit that vlog and get it out really quick. And I'm not going to do any fancy editing. I'm just going to kind of cut and chop and get that out. So guys, I would say within a few days of Allie actually giving birth, you're going to see the whole experience and learn the name. And then even sooner after that, as soon as we love going live with you guys. You got to understand that. This is not like something we're like, oh, we should go live. We're like, let's try and go live tonight. Like, how can we fit this in? Where's our internet going to be good?
Yeah.
You know, we love going live. So we want to get
we will do a live as soon as we, not as soon as we can. I mean, as soon as everyone's feeling well, to do so.
Yeah. So,
oh my gosh, I just can't even believe it. Oh!
It's getting closer and closer, that's for sure. Okay, what do we got going on in chat? Some people are upset that there was a spammer in here. I blocked the spammer, guys, so hopefully we don't see too much of that in here. Edie says, that's what I did, anywhere and everywhere, covered. Yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of...
And I don't think women have to be covered if they're comfortable with it. That's their choice in my eyes.
Here's an interesting one. Kimberly says, my granddaughter takes breast milk from a bottle, but she did not like latching.
And I think that's an awesome option, you know? It's another form of doing it. I think for me, the trouble is you have to spend time pumping and then feeding. Whereas if you get to breastfeed, you can all kind of cut that down into one. But of course, if I'm to be away or, you know, Dan is taking care of her or something in the night or whatever, of course I'm going to pump some for those occasions. If my breast milk comes in and works, and if it doesn't, I don't know.
Yeah. Perfect. Nicole says, I can't wait. She's almost here.
She's almost here!
Guys, it's getting close, and I mean, how many more lives do you think we have until the baby comes? Mm-hmm. I mean, we might get
maybe one more next weekend.
Okay. Guys, any controversial questions that you want to throw at us, please toss them into the chat. I've got another one here, but I want to see if you guys have any. My pygmy goat is due on October 16th. I'm excited. That's cute.
Oh my gosh, that's so fun.
That's very cute. That's from Candy.
Mark Marshall would like to be the godfather.
Can I be the godfather? First dibs. Well, he did call dibs. I mean,
love that.
That's how dibs works.
That's how dibs works.
Alyssa says, I nursed in a sling while walking around.
That sounds great. I got one of those boppy pillows, and we've got some sling, couple of different baby carrier things.
Crazy Kiter Bruce says 2 at the most.
I agree.
That's Bruce. I'm rooting for that answer to be true, man. That sounds pretty perfect. Karen and Mark Lamberton say 3 more lives. Interesting.
I have to look at a calendar.
Interesting.
Is that after Halloween or before? That would be
let's
after.
look at a calendar
right now. That would be
now.
Halloween, actually, I think.
Halloween is on a Monday, so that would be... If we go live next week, that's the 16th, then we go live on the 23rd, then it would be the 30th. So
could be 3. I'm hoping for 1.
I will say, guys, max 3 more lives. If we're live in 3 weeks from now,
she will be in our arms.
I hope she's in our arms, but if she's not, man, it's going to be that's going to be an energetic live. I mean, guys, that's going to be an energetic.
I'm sure I'll be able to find the energy.
We'll be like, I mean, gosh. I wish there was a way to just, I mean, you can, a lot of people in the bumper group, I'm in the Reddit bump group, and a lot of people are scheduling their C-section and inductions for like right around now because they have to do it around 37 to 40 to 39 weeks for some of these. And so there's a lot of people that are like, I know the day I'm going in to get induced. And I feel like that's kind of a nice thing to have.
Oh, I'd love to know.
That would be so nice to know.
I would love to know. I just wanted to touch on this, and actually maybe we'll talk about this a little bit more in the next one if people are interested. But the whole sleeping and what's that called when you feeding on demand, and the whole that sort of thing is super controversial. And that's actually one of the books that I'm reading. But yes, we are planning, and I don't have it like mapped out in my head how it's going to work. And it's obviously not going to work for like a while, like a couple of weeks or whatever, as you're kind of just getting into the flow of life. But we anticipate that I will feed and then go to bed, and then Dan will do one more feed before he goes to bed. And then I get to have a little bit longer than a 2-hour sleep. And then
4 to 6 hours is what we're aiming for per person.
Yeah. Some friends of ours did it, and it's actually based off the book that I'm wanting to try and read this week or next. And anyways, so that will give me more than just a 2-hour sleep window. And Dan.
Yeah.
So
Bruce
I
asks,
will be pumping.
When
so
is
that
the
Dan
American
can feed.
Thanksgiving? That's on November 24th.
Oh, today is Canadian Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, Bruce.
Oh, really?
And Charlene and Jean and all of our.
What?
I know we have tons of. I
didn't know that.
Allison, we have tons of Canadian. Yeah, it's today.
I didn't know that. So a lot of people are guessing 2 more lives. I think that's kind of the most common thing I'm seeing in chat right now from the Van
Sounds about
fam is
right.
about 2 more lives before baby's here. I could live with that. 3, oof, man, 3 is really. We're just so excited, guys. We're so excited. And I know a lot of you guys have kids and know this experience. I mean, so you can remember what it's like to be in our shoes. I mean, we're in the final 4 weeks, theoretically.
Yeah.
It could be longer, but.
I don't think so.
Crystal Cobb says, Allie, I had my daughter on the day I turned 40 weeks. Okay. I went in thinking I was going to have a natural birth, but it wasn't until the last 3 months they told me they had to have an emergency C-section.
Wow.
That stuff happens, that's
For
you
sure.
You gotta plan. You gotta expect the unexpected when it comes to this.
For sure. And the other day we went into town, and I clocked it. I Googled it when we left here, how long it would take to get to the hospital in rush hour traffic, and it was still under 13 minutes.
13
so
minutes?
I feel pretty good about that.
13 minutes. David Strausser says 3 ain't gonna happen. Maybe 1, lucky 2, but 3 you'll be having a baby girl by then. You guys are right
Just
in
so
line with what we
wild.
want to hear. You guys just telling us what we want to hear. Is that? I think we got time for one more controversial question. Okay. And so let me find a controversial question here and see. We could do that one. Let me go back and see if there's any I missed here.
Linda was due on Halloween, but born on the 7th.
Really?
Time will tell. Everybody is different, and there's no science to it.
Okay.
I mean, not science, but like strict. There's no.
Here's some good
real
controversial.
guidelines.
These are more like, let's do some quick fire controversial questions.
Okay.
So, paying children to do chores. Your thoughts? Controversial question.
I think an allowance is great so that they can have a little bit of money to do their own, choose what they do with it and manage it, start to manage their own money.
Yeah, I think one thing that's important for me along those same lines is making sure that our kids are not spoiled and that they have a good work ethic, meaning they're put to work a lot when they're younger and they don't have a choice. And that's, if you want to be a part of this family, you want to eat at our dinner table, you got to contribute to this family.
I also think there needs to be chores that don't get paid for, like setting the dinner table and clearing up after that.
Yeah,
but
I love that. Love that.
Around the house, stuff like that,
Yep.
Paid chores.
Yep. So, okay. How about this? Taking baby to a bar. Controversial question. Your thoughts?
I don't see anything wrong with it. As long as the baby seems happy and isn't
and it's not too
crying and Yeah.
The bar's not some nightclub style bar.
Yeah,
but
I mean, like a brewery or something outside. I'm not
absolutely.
gonna
I can't wait to do that. You kidding me?
take her to like some loud music show. I mean, we did get earphones for her, but I mean, loud music indoor show or anything.
This is a crazy one. Piercing a baby's ear. There has been a popular debate for years as some people think that piercing ears when a child or young is a better option.
I think it looks so cute, but I'm also excited
I've
to
never
go
heard of
and
this.
take her when she's older.
Yeah, she
and
can
do
deal
it
with
for
a
like
little,
a birthday or something
she
like
can
that.
deal with
I
a
wouldn't.
little
I'm not going
pain
to do it to my
later.
baby.
Yeah. Okay.
But I think it looks cute.
Let's see here. How about, let's see. Dealing with sibling rivalry, controversial question. How do you deal with sibling rivalry? Although it's common for siblings to argue and fight, this doesn't make it any easier for parents when their children can't get along. From taking away toys to making kids wear a larger t-shirt until they make up, there's a lot of different ways to
What?
handle sibling rivalry.
I don't know if my brother and I had sibling rivalry, but we fought. I have 2 scars on my face from my brother, and we get along really well now, and I'm very thankful for that. But whew,
Yeah, I mean,
we were at each other's throats.
I wish
our poor
I was a
parents.
better older sibling to my brother and sister, but like in the same situation, I have amazing relationships. I love my brother and sister. We're so close, all 3 of us, and I wouldn't exchange those relationships for anything in the world. But I want to really instill how important it is, like for our daughter, firstborn, to make sure she's a good leader. And I don't know, easier said than done, but I think ultimately sibling rivalry is probably going to happen, of course. But instilling in your kids, hey, these are your brothers or sisters, and these are going to be some of the most important people throughout your entire life, even when mom and dad pass on. So you need to have good relationships.
Yeah.
And I think that's like one of the most important things.
Some of my favorite memories with my brother is when we got along, like on vacation, and like played together and like did stuff together. And so I don't know. I will just try and remind my kids
here's a
that.
challenge. Susan D says, if you can solve sibling rivalry, I'll do a $1,000 super chat.
We're
going to hold you to that in 10 years when we come out with a formula to solve it, Susan. We're going to hold you to that. Judy B says, allowance is okay. Yes, a work ethic for minor things. My brother and sister were 9 and 10 years older than me. No rivalry when I was too young.
My brother and I are 10 and a half months apart. That's probably why we were
Brenda Thompson
literally
says,
at each
Dan, how
other's
come we
throats.
don't hear more of your brother on the channel? It's a little more private. He has a young son. They have a second child on the way 3 months after, a girl. So our daughter and her cousin are going to be very close. And also
Very
Allie's
fun.
cousin is, you're a scary person. No, but we have my brother. He's just a little more private, so he likes to get everybody together, and we have family time all the time. But
we
the
don't
vlog's
film
not for
that.
everybody. So,
Yeah.
and I totally understand that. Okay, what other? Let's see here. Matching. Let's see here. Let's do. Positive parenting, controversial question. Let me read this to you. Positive parenting makes use of positive features such as respect and support to a child. I'll say this one, if sometimes, it's always good to be a positive parent, I guess, but at some point you're the parent and they're the child. And a lot of times, especially younger kids, have a different view of reality that's not really grounded in reality. So you have to be a parent, you have to be a leader, and we got more spam in the chat. So positive parenting to an extent, I guess.
I certainly think that I want to be a positive parent, but also I was given a lot of freedom. Oh, I don't know. It's so difficult. I think before I make decisions and stuff like that, I would like to observe some other parenting people, in the on how they handle things, and B, read some books. And
Judy B says, I grew up at a bar. That's pretty funny. How about crying it out? Controversial question, your take.
Yeah, that's a good question.
This debate centers around parents letting their children cry themselves to sleep when it's time for them to go to bed.
Well, I've read that, I can't remember if there's like a cutoff date or whatever, but I've read that babies cannot self-soothe. So I don't think that I'm going to let my baby just cry it out.
Yeah, that's
and I
hard.
think, when the children get older, and I know bedtime is such a pain in the butt for so many parents, and getting them to bed. And I think, maybe one cry out can be addressed and so on. But if they continue to do that, I don't want to continue to have to go to them. So that's a good question.
Yeah. So guys, we got 10 minutes left. We're going to go through a controversial question. Speed run here, controversial question. But if you guys have anything, we're going to jump into chat here in a few minutes. So throw your questions or your comments into chat and we'll get right to you guys for the last few minutes of our Sunday night live stream. Massive week ahead. Allie has her first potential check tomorrow at the midwife's appointment. So we're going to see, hopefully, I don't know. We're going to put it in this week's episode.
I say I'm 3 centimeters dilated. Dan laughs when I say that.
That sounds crazy, but who knows?
We don't know. Who knows? If I am, I'm going to get my mom out on a flight and I'm going to start.
Yep.
I'm going to start drinking castor oil. No, I'm just kidding.
Never.
Not without the doctor's orders.
Okay, let me see if we got any good controversial questions here. I feel like we had some really good ones to start, but now they're not so good anymore. Boring. So what about co-sleeping? Controversial question.
Yeah,
We've addressed it before, but co-sleeping, controversial question. Whatever.
We're going to co-sleep. I don't think there's any way I would ever roll over her.
No.
She would never suffocate because we will be smart about blankets and so on and so forth.
Right.
And I think it's going to lead to better sleeping and better quality of life for all of us.
Mark Marshall asks, will Huck and Pig be jealous when the baby comes? That's a good question, Mark. I mean, I can't say yes or no, but I don't think so. I
really don't think Huck will be jealous. He's like too much of a happy-go-lucky little dude to understand like what she could be taking away from him. But I don't think Pig would get jealous either. I think she's going to be really obsessed. I think they both are going to be really obsessed, but I think Piggy is going to be like maybe a little bit more like, this is mine now. Yeah.
Susan D says, are you in nesting mode, Allie? Not controversial, but still a controversial question in my opinion.
Well, it's not controversial. I don't know because I had my last, I guess so. After I had my last midwife appointment, I was like, ooh, she could be coming early. Yeah. And I was like, okay, time to really get that to-do list taken care of. And so we've been really busy the past couple of weeks doing that. But now I think I'm starting to relax a little bit because I was not nervous, but I mean, I was like, we just got to get this stuff done and take care of it so I can feel relaxed. So I guess if that's nesting.
Yeah, you are nesting for sure. Alyssa, and I saw this one too, but she said TV time. I'm going to combo this controversial question. Screen time. Your thoughts, go.
Well, I would like to be a parent that doesn't give a screen to my child, but I know many people who have the same morals as I do and the same, even my sister-in-law, like what are you meant to do when you need to have a shower or like go to the bathroom? So I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen and I don't want to do it, but there are slightly educational shows and I think there are okay things for it, but I don't think that we need to like give our children a phone at a dinner table because we're out to dinner. I think
Right.
they can do other things. Like I will play tic-tac-toe with them or whatever. I just think that there are other solutions as opposed to, screens. But maybe there's a big appointment or maybe there's a long drive.
Well, listen, here's what I think. I'm more
should be a
worried
treat.
about social media apps than I am worried about screen time. I mean, screen time, I, of course, want to kind of monitor that on myself and on any
and that's more
offspring I have.
younger, and I
Yeah.
hope that, I don't want
But
our
social media
older
apps,
kids to have.
specifically TikTok and Instagram,
Yeah.
I am going to be quite strict on those, I think. And I don't know how yet,
And I think a
but
lot of
probably going to get me in a lot of hot water with my kids.
I think a lot of it has to do with kids seeing their parents on their phones. So my goal is to not use my phone as much. And I think that I've already started to taper. But I think when kids see their parents on their phone all the time, they want to see what's on it. They want to do what their parent does. So I think that setting a good example is like
David Strausser says, my brother and I were a year apart, and for 10 days we're the same age. We had a great relationship, hardly fought. Unfortunately, he's no longer with us, and I feel robbed of growing old with him. I mean,
I'm so sorry
that's
to hear that.
so hard to hear, David. And I think you got to be, I
That's
just
tough. That's really
feel
tough.
for you on that because, what he said right there, I feel robbed of growing old with him. That to me is like, you have to cherish, your siblings are there your entire life, whether you're older or younger, you have to have a good relationship. You have to make it work. And you really should, you got to cherish it. So, really good
Sorry to hear that.
comment
It's very,
from David.
very sad. Yes.
Candace says, Allie, you freaked me out on last week's live. I worried all next day. It seemed like you really thought you were going to have the baby. Then the next, you say you walked all over Seattle.
Yeah, I did too. Last Monday?
You were having a weird week.
Monday was a really intense day for me, and I couldn't quite figure out what was going on. I still don't. I was like, I'll time my contractions, and I was like, wait, my contractions are not ending. It was just like constant until about late afternoon. I don't know.
Let's see here. Just don't use TV as a total babysitter. Yes, we all need breaks. Everyone does. Just be balanced.
I think that, I think that screens can be great for parents when they need them, but I just don't want it to be like an everyday.
David
normal.
Strausser making us feel like this really is a family, and I think, that's just really powerful, David. He says, I'm glad I found family again in the Van Fam community.
David, we appreciate you.
You're a rock star, David.
You are a rock star, and we're sorry to hear you don't have your family, but we're happy to be your new family.
This is something that I would say never crossed my mind when we decided a year ago to start doing this, that we would have a really tight-knit community. And these lives, I was like, I want to make fun videos and whatever, and they've evolved a lot, but these lives are the thing that I really cherish the most, and I love them the most. So to hear that you guys feel that way too, it's really powerful. So we thank you so much for always being here on our live stream, David, and everybody for supporting us and really contributing all these comments, and this contributes to the community so much. So
we are fortunate to have you guys, and it's incredible to have a community, and the fact that you guys have connected with each other and everything is amazing. I love it. Really love it.
Alyssa says, definitely parental controls when they are able to search for things. Yeah, I think that's going to be a whole new avenue. I'm going to have to learn how to work on the old phone.
Yeah, but we're not really like a TV. We don't have a TV.
Yeah.
Where's that light coming from? A TV in our house anyways. But, we pull open the laptop and watch a show, of course.
Candace says, the Van Fam is an awesome family. So true. You two are, Mark Marshall says, you two are very inclusive, and that's why you're better than most YouTubers. Well, thank you so much, Mark.
Thank you, Mark.
That feels really good to hear. The best Van Fam ever, says Laura Hope, who's always on the live stream. We appreciate you, Laura.
Yes.
Okay, guys, we have 6:58 on our clocks here in the Pacific Northwest. So we're going to go a few more minutes.
It is time to go have some dinner.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about likes on this live because you guys did so. I mean, we talk about likes and subscribes all the time on this channel.
I believe you mentioned it at the beginning, but
usually we're like, hey, we got to get to 200, and I look up, and next thing you know, we're at 200. So thank you guys for your support. I mean, so many incredible super chats tonight. I'm thinking about Deborah Lee with super chat of the night. Shannon and Ron Jackson, first time commenting, super chats.
And both, yeah.
Super chatting. We've got, of course, Diana, Eye of the Storm Tarot, and Shelly Fitzgerald always seem to be.
Sherry, yeah.
Yeah, Sherry
Everybody.
As well. If I forgot you, I'm sorry. We've just been reading a lot of comments on these live streams. So Linda says you both are the best. We want to say thank you to you guys.
You guys are the best. So thank you for being here. Yes, I'm gonna.
Oh, this is an interesting one, real quick. Crystal Cobb says, Allie, when you and Dan have your baby at the hospital, be sure to stock up on the free infant diapers and baby bottle formula. All hospitals give parents the goodie bag full of goodies. That's if we end up in a hospital, so be it. But I think that's a good thing to remember. Because when I was in the hospital, we'd stocked up on some stuff. We grabbed some stuff that was just there, and it's like, okay, we can use this. So that's a good point.
Mainly wipes for wiping your butt.
Oh, boy.
Well, we're pretty honest with the Van Fam.
We're honest, guys. Penny Lane says, "Tu eres lo máximo." Thank you so much. I think you guys are the best, the top.
Oh,
keep the stoke going, guys. It's infectious, says Crazy Kiter Bruce. David Strausser, thank you, Allie and Dan, and the Van Fam community.
Thank you guys for being here, and
Crystal
we'll chat.
Says, Sherry says we're doing a home birth. That's our goal. Shelly Fitzgerald, I look forward to your lives so much. Thank you, Shelly, for being here and for your support.
Thank you, Shelly. It's
Carrie
getting dark in here.
Yeah, it is, guys.
Should have turned a light on.
Enjoy watching. Have a great night. Well, it is 7, and so we did 2 hours tonight, guys. It flew by as usual. Jammin' with Will says goodbye. Last few comments. You guys know how to connect with people right away and feel comfortable and a part of something very special. Okay, guys. Oh, Michaela Walker, I want to shout her out. She's always here. I didn't let my daughter have a phone until 11 years old. I did let her watch colorful Disney movies and kids' cartoons. So I think that's good.
I think we're going to have a lot of questions that we're going to need some
we're going to need you guys to help us with.
Moving forwards.
Okay, guys. We love you guys. Thank you so much for being here.
Good night.
We'll see you again. The countdown continues. The countdown. Hold on. Someone said I missed a super chat. I got to double check. I don't think I did. But
I would feel terrible.
I don't think I did. I think we got them all. Okay, guys. Thank you so much. We'll see you again. You know we'll be here.
Bye-bye.
Good night.